She left you when you were down. She monkey branched to someone better, and she vanished when things got hard. Okay? Women are not evil. They're opportunistic. Okay? That's not hate, that's biology. It's strategy and it's survival. So in this video, I'm going to show you why female nature is wired for advantage and not malice. So if you don't understand this, then you need to understand. You need to pay up and listen, pay attention so you don't get blindsided. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Channel is new. I wanted to start blowing up. Like, subscribe, comment, all that stuff helps me to just get everything going. So I appreciate it, guys. All right, we're going to go over a few examples of what this looks like, okay, in terms of female nature. If more men understood female nature, they would have an easier time dating and just relating to women in general. Okay, so let's break that down a bit. Okay, it's not going to be the longest video, but it's going to be enough just to get you the basics. Okay, so look, we have to look at history. Okay, human history. We have to look at how women have survived throughout history. Okay, so for most of history, women didn't survive alone. They needed men. Okay, they needed protection, resources, and social standing. Right? Okay. And they got that by choosing the man that could provide that the most for them, not the least. Okay. That was a survival instinct. Now, women, today's modern age, they really don't need men. They don't really need us to survive to the extent that they did back then. But that instinct is still inside of them. What does that mean? That means it's still going to come out, regardless of this modern age. It's still going to surface, and we're going to see it. And especially the more that women are upwardly mobile, we're going to see these examples of what we call hypergamy. So hypergamy is just the woman's internal instinct to want to be with the mate that will give her the highest chance, best chance of survival. Okay, it might be in a very superficial way these days, but it's what it is. Okay, if you're a man that's 5'10" and she sees a guy that's 6'1", hey, maybe she goes for him after being with you. Okay, same thing. It's just kind of leveling up. Okay, if you make six figures and she finds a guy that makes seven, maybe she's intrigued that she's gonna have that is gonna have that drive to push to maybe want to be with that guy. Now, when I say woman, I don't mean all women. When I say women, I do mean, in my estimation, over 50%, or at least the majority, which would be 51% and up. Okay, I can't say which is 51 or 99%, but I'm just saying majority and not all. So I'll just preface that one time. Okay. Other things. Okay, so we've gone through hypergamy. So women do not need us to survive the way they do. Okay, the way they once did. All right, what's next? Okay, men tend to think in loyalty. Women tend to think in strategy. Okay, what's loyalty? We tend to be more altruistic. We tend to go by what we know to be true. We want to give a woman what she wants. We're doing this for love, honor, respect. Okay, we will keep grinding. We'll keep doing everything that we have to do to give a woman the life that we think that she wants and that she tells us that she wants. Okay. Um, Female nature is a bit different. It goes on evaluation more so. It's not a running basis. It's just like when you're on a job and you have that annual what do you call it, performance review every year. Annual means once a year. We'll take this in times 365. So I think men are more so close to a daily review or evaluation of our performance. What does that mean? You lose your drive, your direction, your status, your money, anything that you were doing right. When you lose that, then that prompts reevaluation. Okay, and that means, hey, maybe she falls out of love with you. Maybe she feels less connected. It could be many things. All right, but just understand that it's kind of like a field goal kicker in football. Like, a field goal kicker can make 20 kicks straight, but if he misses two or three kicks, then they might kick him off the team, right? Okay, so you're only as good and you're only as valuable as your last kick. So I hate to really put it in those terms, but it's really true. Okay. So we have to think that way. All right. It's better to think that way. All right. Let's see. What does it mean? A lot of it means really a woman's love tends to be more conditional. Not that a man's love can't be conditional either, but again, it's just on this reevaluating kind of basis, this rolling basis. It's just being calculated more. Okay, and again, it's not cold, but yes, it is calculated. So I think it's healthy to understand that and just respect it. You respect it by understanding it. Okay, it's not being afraid of it. It's not fearing it, but not being surprised either when a woman treats you this way. Okay, when you fall back and fall off of it. Okay, all right, something to think about. Another thing, why she left you when you needed her the most. Okay, well, what happened? She didn't change. You did. Something within you changed. Okay, maybe you lost your edge, your masculine frame, your desire for life. Maybe you were grieving a loss. And you appeared weak to her in some ways. Okay, this is going to push her to seek safety and strength. Okay, and it's cruel in some ways, but when you accept it and understand it, and this is why a lot of men do not want to be vulnerable with women, because we instinctually know being vulnerable will push a woman away. But we have women constantly telling us they want to be vulnerable, right? Well, but then again, when you do it, then you find out the hard way. And this is why most men refuse to be too vulnerable with women. Now, I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to share something. If you're in a loving, committed relationship, I think it's okay to have a degree of vulnerability as a man. But she's got to really earn that, number one. And number two, you can only be so vulnerable. All right. Because if you are too vulnerable for too long, then, you're setting yourself up for maybe this woman leaving. And really, honestly, if she can't stick with you just for, at the slightest, if you're vulnerable at all and she can't stick with you just for being down for a little bit, I don't even know how much that person's worth it. Okay. But just don't be upset if she does walk away, because women, their tolerance for a man being hurt is a lot less than ours. Okay, so that's just some things to look at there. Okay, all right, and the bottom line is, as I say, don't hate the game, but you got to understand it. Okay, all right. What separates weak men from strong men is the weak men take these things personally. Strong men take these things as a lesson. The strong man wants to learn from these things. The weak man wants to bitch and complain about it. Okay? Women, they're not our enemy. She just mirrors feelings that reflect our own value. Okay? And, they just simply test us. They need to know that they're with the strongest male, what they perceive as the strongest male. Okay? So, really, it's not your job to change her, but just be the man that she can't afford to leave. Then you have her.